There we are.
Oh, we got some waiting already.
Oh, let me get to it. There we go.
Oh goodness,
Hey,
lots of
everybody.
comments already up. Miss Jody's on her lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Karen's drinking coffee with me.
All right.
We'll give it just a second for everybody to get on here. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. Hey, Sharon, Sarah, Tammy, Heidi,
MC.
Cliff. Did I miss somebody? Sarah's waiting to smell burn and taste green.
I came up with the name of the shirt for that.
What?
I speak Zoe isms.
Colleen's at work too.
Oh, goodness.
Heidi, it's too late for coffee here too. But
Hey, Miss Dawn.
hey, Kathy, Miss Sue.
Valerie. Everybody's coming on. Let me turn all my stuff down here.
I gotta get some like buttons up there. So I wonder how many.
Turn all my stuff down.
I wonder how many saw our last comment before we got off on Sunday. I quoted it. I wrote it in quotes.
Oh.
Did any of y'all see the last comment we got? It said, and this was not someone that we'd ever had on there before. It said, "This is boring. I'm leaving. This is trash."
It did. And I
was like, well, we're at the end.
I deleted it, and then I was like, I should have just left it because
I would have pinned it to the screen.
I said, these people ain't gonna let them talk to us like that. Hey, Sandy and Teresa.
I was just wondering if anybody else saw that.
It was, we had never seen them before, and I guess, sometimes on YouTube it'll just recommend somebody that's live, or there I think there's even a tab that you can click and see other channels that are live at that time. I don't know, but
Gail in Arizona, and Cindy is right here in Central Alabama.
All right.
I've lost track of a lot that don't put from so and so, and some of them I remember, and some of them I just cannot remember where everybody's from.
Hey,
we don't forget Miss Sue because she's in Orlando where it's always nice weather.
Yeah.
But
I gotta get comfortable here.
Okay. Dawn, we kind of did, but it wasn't really an opportunity to respond on here because the last one is we were going out, and I was like, I don't even know.
Well, I just blocked them, and then I went to try to unblock them. I was like, these people ain't gonna let them talk to us like that.
Pin that comment on there. Let them go.
Nick, where's Sarah from?
I'm afraid of getting it wrong, but is it Minnesota? Tell me I didn't screw that up, Sarah.
Sandy's in Florida, Cliff's in Illinois, Massachusetts.
I remember Cliff. He's in Chicago.
That's right. Miss Gloria's in Virginia Beach, Maryland.
I remember Terry English being in Texas.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Sarah. I'm waiting.
Yes, you are.
Yay!
Miss Karen's in Texas. That's so cool.
There's a lot that I can remember, but some I just forget.
We know Mr. Jim. We were telling Renee about.
And Val, I remember being in California.
Where did Renee ask us about Mr. Jim?
She asked about her old area. She's from Ottawa.
Yeah, and she asked if Mr. Jim knew.
My oldest stepsister graduated from Ottawa High School, so I know where it's at because I went to her. And Jody, I can't forget the Australia.
That's right.
Karen's in Michigan.
Indiana.
I'm glad they tell me because I like to see it, and sometimes I forget.
From California.
I always remember that.
That's right. Windy, hailing, and rainy California. Goodness gracious, you got it. We had the prettiest day today. It was beautiful today.
Well, people have been waiting on stage 3 of the potager garden. And y'all, we have had wind advisories like 3 days a week since we started this thing.
It's the death of us.
So we get to keep redoing the tarp.
We have redone 2 strips of tarp 3 times now. And the 4th strip, we have just put it away until we're ready to pour rock.
Right. Until we get rocks on it, we're waiting. Y'all, Monday, we were at the farm working. It was windy.
Yeah.
And it started gusting. And we went to check on it, and I saw one of the tarps blowing, so we ran across the pasture to get to it. There was a 4x8 raised bed.
What, baby?
Yes.
Yes. All right, go lay on.
He's making faces at his sister. Zoe and I had put together 2 4x6. I said 4x8, but it's 4x6 beds, wooden, with 2x4 bracing, and the wind moved it.
It did. Like it moved the whole bed off of the tarp.
I don't know if it caught the tarp and pulled it. If the tarp blowing in the wind like a sail pulled it over, I don't know. But we finally just rolled that tarp up, put it in a protein tub until we get ready for the rock, which I hope all 4 this week.
That'd be great. If anything, we need it to put so we can.
Gloria liked your picture today.
Oh gosh, I hope we don't start lagging. We're gonna
seriously. We've got everything off.
We do. AT&T is just everything. Terrible.
I am so aggravated. I'm going to get. I promise you, on Sunday. Hey, Cece, where have you been? I promise you that we will have an Ethernet cable hooked directly to this thing on Sunday. We will not be on Wi-Fi.
We thought we had the right cord, and we did not. We're gonna plug it directly to the laptop so that it's not having to compete for a Wi-Fi signal. I guess
Terry said it's much better than Sunday night.
Well, fingers crossed it's gonna stay that way.
I promise you, this Sunday we will be hooked directly to the modem. I promise you.
Yeah. So with the tarp, we've got the tarp pulled up. Miss Val is saying, should you wait a bit?
We can't. We've got to move forward.
We do. So we'll just spread that tarp the day before or the morning of whatever day we get rock put down.
Yeah.
So right now we're just building beds.
Building beds.
And we're gonna put them out there. And once we got enough of them built, we could probably put the tarp back down because they ain't gonna blow off the beds.
Yeah, I think I'll have that done this week.
And we'll just have to see. Well, we are moving forward though. That's just a little hiccup backwards, but we're moving forward.
Cece is going to India.
Getting ready to hopefully go to India. That'd be awesome, Cece. She was wanting, I think there was a yoga retreat she had talked about. Maybe she had already been.
I don't remember.
She actually lived where the game wardens did Northwoods Law.
I used to watch that show.
Did you? Well, that's where Dawn is.
I used to watch that show.
Had wind, now you got to look forward to rain.
That's right. We actually do have some severe weather for tomorrow, I believe. And it's supposed to rain Friday. So between rain and wind days and all this garbage, it's throwing me behind. I need to move on.
But the rain holds the tarp down. When it was so windy and we had some rain on the tarp, the rain was holding the tarp down.
No, you're right about that.
I remember thinking I should go back through and pour some water on the tarps to hold them down. But then I was like, that would be a lot of water.
Maybe if it starts raining,
we'll run out there and put the tarp
flip those tubs over, let them fill up.
That's true. That's true.
But we've got to keep moving. We can't wait on it because I've got to get everything built, dirt in them,
Yeah.
rocks down, so we can start planting stuff. Yeah, I knew Cece went to Peru.
That's right.
So now she's ready to go to India.
That's cool. Hey, that's awesome.
I hope we have some good news for Cece. We think.
Yeah, about Belle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cece, when we got Belle from you, we were thinking she might have been pregnant.
We all thought she was pregnant.
I think she was just well fed.
She was very well fed.
Cece likes to spoil her babies. But I think she is pregnant.
She's still well fed.
She's
getting bigger.
But she is getting bigger.
She's like a little tire.
She is. And she's got, looks like maybe some milk sack.
Yeah, she looks like a little tire.
She just waddles around now. And she's so sweet. I just love her. Oh, am I missing anything? Miss Sue said she's just waiting to come to Alabama. See, it's going to be Jingles. Jingle is our only intact reproductive male right now.
We have Chester, but I don't think Chester's quite old enough.
No,
so it will be Jingles.
Yeah, it'll be Jingles.
But you want to talk about your video from this morning?
Well, I don't know how many people's watched it.
It's the title of your live, Zoe.
Well, that's true. So I don't know if you guys watched the video yet, but if you saw the thumbnail, bees on the farm.
Lots of bees.
Lots of bees.
With more coming.
Hi, Diane.
They just had an ice storm.
Oh. Well, we're glad to have you, but yes, bees.
To Diane, you missed saying what you were doing.
Oh, yes, Miss Diane. We're glad to
you
have
said
you.
hi, glad to have
you. I'm sorry. I'm tired. But we now have 6 boxes, and we've got 3 more coming. Plus, we're going to add 3 of my own. That's going to be the plan. And so Miss Tanya came every day since Monday. Monday she came. Sunday she came and set up a stand.
Mm-hmm.
Monday she came and we put out 3 boxes. Yep. Yesterday she brought 3 more boxes, and then today she brought a stand. And she said it'd be a few days before she comes back. The other ones are extremely heavy. They're 4 tall.
Oh gosh.
What we have now are 2 and 3 tall, and the other ones are full and loaded. And she could probably harvest, but she's not ready to.
Hey, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
I hadn't seen Sherry in a while. Says she's been working like crazy.
So I do.
We know the feeling.
MC said that she's glad I enjoy the bees. She's with you though. No thanks. I just love them. Like we've got them over to the side because she wants us as a family to be able to interact without feeling threatened. Because if we get over there and we have them on the back side of the potager garden and then we're messing around, getting stung probability is a lot higher than waiting. And she doesn't want it to deter any of us from doing this.
Right. So Mr. Jim and
Miss Terry,
Terry have both asked about Chance being able to help you, or if he was still interested. I think Chance is still very interested.
He is. He was asking me all kind of questions today while I was doing.
I'm going to find him a smaller suit.
Yeah.
If you watch the video where he was working the extraction with Zoe and Miss Tanya, he had on a suit, but everything was rolled up because it was the smallest one she had, and it was still big on him. So I'm going to have to find him his own because that's probably going to be most of Zoe's help.
Yeah.
And then I may just find a really big suit so I can help you tote stuff.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to have one no matter what.
Yeah, but
I cannot live.
We're not ever putting it on video because I'm gonna like the Marshmallow Man.
You'll have.
I have Ghostbusters shooting at me.
It's like Miss Tanya's husband, Bo. He's had to help her load the bees all week, and he said he is not enjoying it, but he knows that she's serious about moving because she's loading the bees up, and he's having to help her because them things are heavy. It takes 2 people to.
I've watched you and Tanya carry them on the.
When
you did the video, and I was like, that looks pretty heavy.
They are heavy. And
Jim said Michelin Man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get it tight enough for it to have rolls. I'm just going to wear a parachute.
Cornbread and marshmallows. How about that?
See, they agree.
Yeah, they said I'll sneak a picture of you in that suit. I sure will. You know it.
Terry said Michelin Man too. Y'all, I'm not going to get it small enough to where it shows rolls.
But Mr. Bo is a large fella too, and his suit, you would like his suit. It's thick and it protects everything. Miss Sue, we gonna wear a suit. I didn't, we'll let.
I tell you, when it's up here in April, let her help you with the.
Oh, they're gonna be wide open by then. But you know what? I was brave today because I don't own a pair of gloves. And gloves, you deal with bees with your hands.
I thought you had your gloves.
I do not own gloves. So guess what I had to do?
What have you been wearing? Oh.
I have gloves. And gloves are thick because you got to, missing. I had to feed the bees from honey water. So you know what I put on?
What?
Latex gloves. Like that was going to protect me from the stomach.
I guess it would help. Maybe.
I don't know if it did at all or not because it didn't get on my hands. So I was glad of that because latex gloves was not going to stop a stinger from going in me.
Mr. wants to know who will do the extraction.
We will. Chance and I have already done it with Miss Tanya once.
Yeah.
And so we will, we're dropping a little bit. Maybe if we just slow down when it's lagging.
I don't understand what's lagging now. We've got everything off, and everybody said it was doing fine. But
I wonder if it's after so long.
I don't know, but but I promise them, no doubt, without question, Sunday when we plugged in.
Yeah. Hey, Papa. I didn't see him get here.
So if you saw the extraction video, that was the part that Chance really liked.
Mm-hmm.
And Zoe happens to have some equipment coming.
We found a very good, and so Sunday after we get done at church, we're going to go to a friend of Miss Tanya's, and he is getting out of the bee business, and we are picking up a whole stuff.
They say it's just started lagging.
Yeah.
When did it start lagging now? I hate AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be plugged up Sunday.
Well, if it
did I say the word stinger? Sarah said she's got a new favorite word with
stinger.
Or was it your accent?
I don't know.
They're usually talking about my accent. She said stinger. I don't know if I said it or not. I might have.
Now we're lagging bad.
God bless America.
She says she accidentally started a swarm in the eave of the house, putting a fan in the house. It wasn't nice. So I have a box in a tree that is to catch a swarm. It has the scents that are an attractant. And so that box will become mine. And then the man that we're actually getting the bee equipment from is also going to the guy that we're buying this bee equipment from is going to be catching a swarm next week from somewhere.
I'm taking a really long drink of coffee. I saw it lagging
on my phone.
Sarah said it's not bad, but some of them have said it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if it's a combination.
Now, so it should be working fine now.
But I saw me taking a really long drink of coffee on your phone.
I keep my phone, but it's not on Wi-Fi. I keep it over here so I can see as people come
in.
I'm
reading notes off mine, and I don't have any. But
it's driving us nuts. I've been so busy lately. I just haven't stopped to call them. But I think we'll run a hard line. If not, we'll do it off our phone. We'll just use our phone for the live.
Yeah, Jody, we don't have the Wi-Fi turned on our phone.
My phone's using my cellular data.
Sherry's asking about Hot Wheel cars. Did he say something about a blue one? What did he say?
He wanted was it a blue? No, he wanted a red Lamborghini, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
he got one of those for Christmas. I don't know. Rhett loves cars. He loves Hot Wheels, and he loves monster trucks. He used to be all into tractors, but he's kind of.
She said it was around his birthday.
Oh.
I honestly don't know. That boy asked for all kinds of stuff. He's always asking for monster trucks and
monster trucks.
Monster trucks.
He loves monster trucks. He loves what's the one he likes? Gravedigger.
Yeah, he loves Gravedigger.
He loves Gravedigger.
I'm gonna take him to Monster Jam one day, and he'll be
in heaven. Be in heaven.
While you're talking about your protege, I wanted to tell them what all was in there. We have not given them a count. It's 14 beds.
Oh wow! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I counted them. There's 14 of them.
I just drew them.
But I learned something from Head Family.
Okay.
That I did not know. Tracy has probably said it, and I didn't pick up on it.
Okay.
But Jacqueline at Head Family was talking about their garden, and she said a main focal point of Protege Gardens is a water feature. Ooh. You have to have a fountain.
Where are we going to get water from?
Well, that's when we run the lines across the pasture for the water. We're going to have to run one down the garden. But Jacqueline said that is a main focal point.
Huh. Okay.
So we need a water feature.
We can do that.
And your 14 beds.
And my 14 beds and a sitting area. And a sitting area.
Yeah. Hoss Tools says they have solar fountains.
That's even better.
I
would really like one that looked like a like buckets, has some buckets and all. That would look kind of neat with it. Yes, Sammy, looks like I'm getting a fountain. I would love that. And it's not even my idea. They're falling apart in there.
Sounds like it. Sandy said, did you make a design for it or just putting the boxes around the outside? No, there is a definite design. Zoe held up her drawings. You did it on a live and on the video, didn't you?
I did it on here. It's in the car, though. I was going to show it to them. Yeah, I have plenty. My plan is to grow. I want to put tomatoes in several boxes because, like I've told you guys so many times, I love to grow tomatoes. Tomatoes are my favorite thing to grow. And then I want to grow some flowers with them and herbs. I'm going to do a lot of companion planting. I'm going to do a lot of attractants for the bees.
Well, we'll just have to keep watching row by row and figure out what all the companion planting works with.
Yeah, because we've never really had to companion plant.
I mentioned their comment, but how awesome is it that Hoss Tools join the live tonight, seeing as
yeah.
how we're doing our seed order.
We got a big seed order today.
They got a
too.
big seed order.
Okay. It's just it was on the last live. It was last Wednesday. We did our seed video.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Wednesday? It was. It was last Wednesday. We did our seed video. We showed the seeds we have and talked about the ones we're going to order. And I showed you guys a picture of the bed. My plans. I sat down and drew it all out, and
graph paper and all.
You can't get any more detailed than graph paper. But yeah, it's my favorite thing. I love planting and watching something grow from a seed. We rarely ever start from starts. We most of the time start from a seed. And
you're starting from a seed. You're just
I'm saying like a slip,
but
I guess is what I mean.
I do like dealing straight from seed on.
I do too.
I don't know. There's just something different about it.
I
don't want to go buy starts. How about that?
Yes.
If we grow our own, like you did the tomatoes and all that,
I take time to pick out exactly what I want because I know what I want, and I read reviews about things, and I feel like I'm cheating sometimes if I have the ability to grow it from a seed. I have all the time in the world that I can, so I take great pleasure in starting it from a seed. Does that make sense?
Hall said they got a companion planting chart. I know it's in the pictures on my phone.
It is. I know. I
had to pull up the Applebee's.
I think I keep sharing it and saying
we have a chart on companion planting. I know. I've got it stored so I can look back at it. I don't want to have to Google it. I'll just keep it pulled up.
I want to try. I told you I want to try those little bitty spoon tomatoes. I want to try to find some of those. I don't know where. Sheena
said her little cherry tomatoes did good. See, we've always had good luck in raised beds. Mm-hmm. We had raised beds here, and everything in them just went nuts. Uh-huh. And except carrots. I grew some of the ugliest carrots on the planet.
We grew the prettiest carrot tops.
Oh, the greens were beautiful.
Man, they were so pretty. But the carrots pulled them, and our carrots were like this, and it looked like a wrinkled finger.
Well, some of them were almost round. Uh-huh. They were fat and short.
Yeah.
And the ones that were long were crooked.
That's right.
And I was like, I don't know if I can do carrots.
Yeah. Bye, Miss Dawn.
Laura with Garden Answers has been using milk jugs to start seeds and then transplant them.
So
I've seen people use solo cups and everything else.
Yeah. Well, see, I was telling you, where we live, we don't have a greenhouse. I don't have a greenhouse, and I want a greenhouse so bad but I don't want to build a permanent one because I don't know exactly where I want it yet. It's the same thing with a barn. We're not exactly sure where we want it yet. And so we have that it's not a building. What is it? It's the Peacock House.
Yeah.
So it's just a shelter that taken the tarp off of, and nobody uses it. It's just in there with the birds, but nobody.
Miss Brooke has a perch in there, and she doesn't go anymore.
She wanders the farm.
She goes wherever she feels like. Sometimes she's in a pine tree. Sometimes she's on top of the farm truck.
Yeah.
The water trailer. She's just wherever she feels like. So
I think I want to repurpose that and cover it with some plastic and make me a small greenhouse because I love starting them here, but I have chickens and my chickens are gonna scratch all in my starts.
We were fine. We've got all these grow lights and heat mats and all kind of stuff, and we were fine with it until we started trying to harden off the plants.
Yeah.
And we had these shelves. And we would put them out on the shelves, and then the chickens found them. Mm-hmm. And it was like,
Mr. Jim said, "How old is Holly, and is she almost big enough to stay with Heidi full time? Would you say maybe in 2 months?"
Holly is full time at the farm now and working hard.
And she's been there for over a month.
She has.
She,
Holly got to the point to where she wouldn't come to the truck anymore when we got ready to leave. And we were like, well, maybe she wants to stay.
So we let her stay one night and went back the next day, and she would meet us at the truck. And then when it was time to go,
She disappeared.
She'd go lay down. So she just hasn't come back home.
So, yeah, and I don't know, Mr. Jim, I don't know if we ever actually talked about it, but she is almost half the size of Heidi.
Yeah.
And
she's
working.
A big girl. Mm-hmm.
She's working.
She is.
I've seen her.
She's got this big bark, too.
She's got a lot bigger bark than Heidi. But she, I guess it was last Monday when we were out there, and that dog came from up the road, and she lit him up when he got to that gate.
Oh,
and it was a full-grown dog, but she let him have it.
Miss Brooke does like to cruise, Grammy. And yes, Jody, peacocks will get in the garden. But the thing is Miss Brooke, she stays.
She doesn't come up that far.
Wherever we've got the other the ducks and the geese and the turkeys, wherever they are, she stays within a boundary.
She stays pretty close to them. She doesn't come up to the garden.
She doesn't wander a whole lot off.
Carla asked, have we tried carrot seed tape? I have not.
Our soil is very gritty as well.
We have a sandy loam soil. The problem is that when I grew those ugly carrots was in a raised bed full of compost.
Yeah, it was.
That I bought garden compost and amended it and had the prettiest black soil in all those boxes and still grew the ugliest carrots on the planet.
Yeah, it's the only time we've ever tried carrots because we got discouraged by them. Yes,
MC, Heidi got taught a lesson. She took a lesson right on the nose.
Bless it. She was curious and got right up in the door pocket of the of that beehive, and it got her on that nose, and there she went. She was rolling all over.
And I don't think she's been back down there.
No, she does. She was walking around in there while I was feeding the bees today.
I have not seen her back down that way.
I was walking. I said, Heidi, you're gonna get got again. And she just wanted, she's nosy. But Holly don't come over there, so Holly must have figured it out.
I don't know. Nick ain't going there.
Yeah, you will. You're going to have to at some point. I'm going to say, I need you. Hey, Miss Anita. But she's curious as all get out. And
I'm going to be so busy trying to get your potager garden done. I'm not going to have time to fool bees.
Yeah, you're going to have to, you know what? You're going to have to help us move them.
I'll hook the trailer to the back of the truck and keep the windows rolled up to help y'all move them.
Well, that's a good idea. We could lay them on the trailer.
Yeah.
You could use the forks of the tractor to lift it. We could.
The tractor don't have a cab.
You put on a bee suit.
I don't have a bee suit.
You might have one if
I don't have a bee suit yet.
With all my stuff, you might get one. I don't know if what the guy's build is.
You're just going to have to let me get a cab tractor if you want me to move your bees around.
No, we ain't doing all that now. I need a house.
A cab tractor costs as much as a house. We get a house.
We could ratchet strap them to the stand, and then you, being the expert machinery man, can lift it up and set them on the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we could do that. Yeah. Okay.
Except for I don't have a bee suit.
You will by then.
You have a bee suit and you know how to operate the tractor. You can do it.
Have you seen me try to level something?
Yeah, I have.
I will spill all them bees, and then
you like to dump a 350-pound drum of feed on me.
Oh my goodness! Miss Martha said she likes that we read posts and answer questions. It's harder when you have lots of people posting.
And Miss Martha, we actually probably miss quite a few because if there's lots of comments going at one time, they get too fast for me and I miss them.
They do, Cindy.
But we really do try to answer everybody because some of the bigger channels have to just have their full time of stuff they're going to talk about because their comments are rolling so fast they can't read them anyway. Yeah. They try to catch some. I've noticed that Brooke and Jason kind of try to pick out separate comments to answer as it's scrolling by, but we're moderators for theirs, and we can't keep up with reading them either.
Right.
And they're having to read both at one time like we are, YouTube and Facebook. Mm-hmm. When we log on to moderate, Zoe will be on one and I'm on the other.
Yeah.
So all I'm seeing is YouTube comments or Facebook comments, and it's still too much.
It is. It's a lot. They're constant.
Ours are not that fast, so we're still trying to answer them all, but that's what our lives are based on. We have questions that people ask or certain topics we want to talk about, but then we feed off y'all. We're just sitting here having a conversation. Mm-hmm. Sarah, stop with the list.
I need a house number
that
one.
list is getting longer. I think Sarah's adding stuff randomly.
Longer and more expensive. A house, alpaca, banana tree, monkey, and freeze dryer.
Do you remember when we met Black's Tropical?
Yeah, they were with Miss Ann at the...
So they were with Miss Ann. She says Sherry has a bee suit that looks like a dinosaur. I want one of those. Farmer Rhett would get such a kick out of a bee suit that looked like a dinosaur.
Walking around like a dinosaur.
Yes, I would do that. And I had a little short arms. I can't pick anything up because I got dinosaur arms.
Yeah, like, look at me.
I bet Rhett would love that.
He
would get a kick out of a dinosaur bee suit walking around.
Miss Jody said, how many bedrooms are we going to have? We need 4.
4?
Yes.
No, I'm kicking some of these people out.
No. We got one's a teenage girl. We got 2 boys that fight to their death every 5 minutes.
Yeah, they were doing it a while ago over something. Who knows what?
Brawling in the kitchen. But yes, we will have to have 4.
Yeah, it will.
And I would love a little office if we can.
Sarah, if I get a bee suit that looks like a dinosaur, I will let you have a picture of that.
Jody said kick Nick out. Nick might rest a little better. You got to listen to all these youngins.
I would take it. Why does Jody want to kick me out?
Because you won't help me with the bees.
That's not why.
I dropped that thing on my foot today.
So we have a T-post driver that I built out of pipe and welded it and all this good stuff. Yeah.
How about that? I thought you bought it. It looks professional. Did you really?
Yes, I really did. I bent the metal for the handles and everything. I've built 3 of them. The other 2 are in the shed out here.
I know. That's why I thought it was.
Those 2 don't look professional?
No, that's what I'm saying. We have 3 of them, so I thought they were.
No, I built all 3 of them. We used to have government jobs at work every once in a while. There was scrap metal laying around. I'd weld it together and make me a T-post driver.
Well, listen at you.
But anyway, one of them is super heavy. The 2 in the shed are not as heavy, so you should use those. Why do we not have
those at the farm?
Because we used them here to make your garden here with the T-post when I put the cattle panel trellis up.
So we need to take those.
Zoe decided to drop this thing on her foot. Jody, I was kidding. I wasn't going to kick the kids out. I was just kidding.
Mr. Jim wants the shepherd position we will have one day.
Those are coming.
Mm-hmm.
I want the sheep. Those are coming, but Sarah and Zoe's still pushing this alpaca thing. So, hey, Carolyn and Nora.
Yeah, Cliff, I would keep him on the phone. He's my sanity and my my sounding board and my reasoning. You're my.
Give him a Zoeism, whatever.
don't even know.
You were gonna call me something.
I know it. I don't even know where I was going with that. Tyrannosaurus Nick. Yep. That would be funny.
She'll have her picture
I'm
if I
gonna
find
have-
a beast
I'm
that looks
gonna
like a
look one up
dinosaur.
when we get done.
That's gonna be a big old dinosaur.
You know who else is a big old dinosaur? Barney.
I'm not gonna get a purple one.
I would get you a purple one.
I would not wear a purple one. I want like
A brownish
the green dinosaur inflatable thing you see people run around in. I want one like that.
So, Mr. Jim said, what do you think of Brooke's new pups on Cog Hill?
Zoe and I had a conversation about that when I got to the farm today. I think the video come out this morning.
It did.
So naturally, I had not seen it, and I'm scrolling through right before I got off work, and I see that they've got one posted as emergency. So I clicked on it and I put it on my Bluetooth and listened to it in the truck on the way to the farm. And I could not wait. I texted Jason about this because Mary Carl named one of the pups Bandit. So we have an Aussie named Bandit and a Pyrenees livestock guardian dog named Holly.
Right.
Well, they have an Aussie named Holly, and now they have a potential livestock guardian dog named Bandit.
I know it.
And I thought that was so cool. I sent Jason a text, and he just laughed. Carolyn, I was telling Zoe had not got to see it yet. She was working at the farm. So I asked her, I said, have you seen their video? And she said, well, I saw where it came up, but I haven't got to watch it yet. And I said, Brooke asked him, said, can we keep them? And he said, well, yeah, I've already cried on video now. Yeah, we're going to keep them.
They're such good people. Yeah.
They really are. I mean, the dogs couldn't have found a better home.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is,
she just pulled an Angie and picked them up.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Parvo, Jim. And when I first saw them, I thought those look like, we used to have an Anatolian Shepherd named Roscoe.
Yeah.
And those pups looked a lot like Roscoe. A little bit lighter color. He was that reddish brown. Yeah. But their face looked like Roscoe. And I was like, those have got some Anatolian Shepherd in them. It's good that they ended up at a farm. Yeah, she pulled an Angie and just picked them up somewhere.
There's somewhere that they can help them as much as they can. You know.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be able to give them the care that they need.
But she went ahead and took them to the vet and got treatment. I had lab puppies one time when I was younger that got Parvo, and it took a long time to get them better, but they made it. Both of them made it. But yes, the sick pup is named Rocky. I told Zoe they named him Rocky after being a fighter, you know, and Jason was like, those were two of his favorite movies. In the 80s was Rocky and Smokey and the Bandit, so he was good with that. But,
hey, Renee Michelle.
Miss Sue, I know she had been to Walmart, so she found them somewhere between there and the farm, I guess. I don't know.
Let it clear up a second. Well, it seems to be going okay.
It seems like okay. We thought the signal was about to cut out on us.
$900. Oh, your mom was talking about y'all's bill was $900.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
the sad thing was I was old enough to pay for it myself by that point, so that didn't work out for me.
That's right. Kim said that she's worried about them making it. They're at a good place to give them every chance. That's right. They will.
Those two could not have been found by.
Were they found at the same time?
Yeah, they're litter mates. They were together.
Oh, I see. I haven't seen it yet.
No, they look just alike. They both look like Roscoe, so they were litter mates. And yeah, Beth, they were some. She said that she had been to Walmart, so they were somewhere close by there. But one of them was okay, and one of them was very sick, and she went ahead and carried them both because you know how.
Yeah.
I mean, Parvo is terribly contagious, you know, infectious.
How are they keeping them separate from the others?
They have them in their laundry room in a kennel, and the vet actually told them, Miss Sue, we do have some good vets around here.
I think they're
Their
just
vet is just
established.
someone that they have been using
Right.
for a long time.
They've used because they are established there, and they're if it's in Selma, then it's only
I think it's actually in Marion, the vet that they use.
which is only an hour or so away, which is not
I
terrible.
mean, it's still a good distance
It
away,
is.
and we do have some good vets
do.
in our area. Oh,
For our small animal vets.
yeah,
do
it is
not-
very difficult to find large animal vets.
There is.
I'm gonna have to get the number for that Dr. D they use for the large animals, but
Said that their pets were safe because they were vaccinated.
that's right.
Okay. Well, that's good.
But they were still,
Yeah.
separated anyway. But theirs weren't in any danger or anything.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to always get your vaccinations done. But
yeah. Well, that and when you're out on a farm, there's so many things, coccidiosis and all that stuff that
Yes.
you can catch easily from intermingling,
Yeah.
just from being out there.
So before we get off here, tell them where you're going Saturday.
I'm going to baseball practice.
Zoe, besides that.
Oh, you're going to take me to Petals.
It's time for fruit trees.
It is. We need to go get our fruit trees. And maybe some more stuff to plant in all my planters. Because I have a bunch.
Zoe's making a trip Saturday.
I'm excited because we get to walk around and just look at everything. Disneyland. I wished. Fruit trees are going to be great.
Yeah.
Miss Tanya did ask if we were doing apples.
We are.
And plums.
Yes.
Bees love apples and plums.
We're doing apples, plums, pears, and Meyer lemons on our trees.
Mr. Jim said take us with us. Take them with
We
us.
will.
We can do a live while we're walking around.
We'll have to see how our signal is. We might do a live from Petals. We might do that.
It might be fun.
We'll definitely video, but we'll try to do a live from there as we walk around, pick out our fruit trees.
That would be a good idea. Good idea, Mr. Jim.
Then we'll also have blackberries, figs, and our blueberries. Our blueberries will be moved up there. That fruit tree class I went to, Jason was talking about during their live Thursday about him going to that rose class.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the amount of information you get in those classes. And he told on me for texting him while I was in the fruit tree class.
Oh.
And I texted him, I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to remember all this. And he said, I've been 3 times and I still don't remember it.
Yeah.
So he had a really good idea. He said that he goes with the intention of learning a particular thing. So the last time he took the fruit tree class, he only wanted to know about fertilizing and pruning. So he zeroed in on that.
That's a good idea.
If you're trying to learn everything that Dr. Arlie Powell's telling you, you're just can't.
Yeah, right.
You can't take enough notes. You can't keep up with it. So, I got all these handouts and I still reading those, but goodness, it's a lot of information. Thanks, Jim.
Have a good night, Jim.
Did y'all not get any of the free trees in Clanton? No.
I did not know about it.
I saw the advertisement for it on Facebook, but
the trees that
I was not interested in any of those yet. Those types of trees yet.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. They were not what we need yet.
No. I'm focusing on fruit trees right now, and we have our chestnut trees and things like that, but as far as the types that they were giving away for free, it's great that they're doing it. It just wasn't anything I was interested in.
Oh, I keep yawning. I'm so sorry.
MC, yes. Frost is still a concern for our area.
That's right. That's right.
So Zoe did show y'all that we were getting some buds. Our peach trees are already flowering.
Mm-hmm.
When you drive around our area, y'all already know this. Chilton County is full of peach trees and all kinds of fruit actually, but peach trees are our biggest crop, but and what we're known for. But when you drive by these farms, there's certain varieties you'll just see rows and rows and rows of flowers.
Good night, Sharon.
That is a concern.
Yes.
Now, some of those, and I learned this from Dr. Powell in that fruit tree class. Some of those that have met their frost hours or chill hours are probably okay. And he was talking about the number of buds on it. If it did a certain thing, it was okay and it would survive it. But there's still a lot of damage that could be done from another frost. And we're definitely not out of the danger of frost
We're
yet.
not.
That's why we haven't planted any of the rest of our garden. Our peas will be okay. But anything else could still be in danger because we definitely will have another frost or more.
Yeah.
But at least one more.
Yeah. Because right now it's warm but it's unseasonably warm. We're getting a lot of warm days, but we don't typically have 80-degree days in February or now we're in March. We don't typically do that.
No, not typically.
We usually do 60s and 70s. 70s would be a really nice day, but we're running 80. It was 82 degrees today.
Yeah. But we know that there's more frost
But
coming.
we
There's
know
no
for
question.
sure. Yeah, we bet on it.
Yeah. So Karen wanted to know if we're going to do the fruit trees like Jason does his now. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's something that Dr. Powell at Pedals from the Past and his son Jason Powell developed. Something they do there. And
on a large scale.
Jason at Cog Hill does it. We were talking about it on our live the other night. Wes at Big Family Small Farm is doing it. And we definitely are going to. It's very successful.
It is.
And it's highly productive.
Right. So why not do something that you know works? It's just.
See you, Sandy.
It's just one of those things that is just becoming a popular method because the success is there now. You know,
that's right.
It's something that they've perfected.
That's right.
And so it's.
So I was explaining it to my dad. I don't know if even Zoe knows this, but my dad used to have a peach farm. He had a farm and grew peaches and all kinds of different fruit. But I was telling him about the premise of it. The idea is it's like pruning tomato plants. You're pruning away the tree so that the tree stops trying to grow tree.
Right.
The tree starts producing fruit because you're pruning all its limbs off. And the limbs are trained to that cable. And they've had a lot of success with it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're definitely going to give it a shot.
Well, you think about roses. If you're going to grow roses on an arch or on a trellis or anything, you're going to direct them the way you want them to go if you want them to take a certain shape.
Sure.
You know, it's like Tracy has that those roses that go across the top of her awning.
Yeah.
She had to train it together. If not, it's just going to go willy-nilly.
That's right.
And it's the same idea. You're just training it to grow a certain direction in a certain way.
When it grows that way, it makes it easier to harvest. But the fact that you're doing so much pruning to the tree, it makes it focus on fruit.
Putting out energy for fruit.
Yeah.
Same thing with your vegetables. It's the same idea with your vegetables. You're pruning away the green to produce more of the vegetable and the fruit.
Yeah, I had never, until you were watching Deep South Homestead prune squash plants.
Yep.
I had never done that. Mm-hmm. We planted squash and just let them go.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many of y'all watched Deep South Homestead, but Zoe was watching that channel and he was talking about pruning squash. And I said, pruning squash? Mm-hmm. Who prunes squash? Well, apparently a lot of people do. Anita, that's about when we will concentrate most of our planning will be around Easter.
I think the thing here is after Good Friday.
Yeah.
after Good Friday, is when you start putting things
So,
on the ground.
Anita, that's a good target for this area. She said they were Southwest Louisiana, so they're,
Yeah.
even a little better
Yeah.
than ours. But around Easter is usually our goal. That's when we want to try to get most of it in the ground. So that's why I don't have a whole lot of time to finish all these beds.
Well, that's right. We got to get them done, but we can. I mean, you've got to. They're not a complicated design or anything like that. It's just time.
No, you don't have any weird shapes. It's just time and getting them put together and getting all the measurements and cutting them and all that good stuff.
Well, like your pace is slower because you want it to be precise. I would just cut it and go.
Yeah, but all your boards would be different lengths.
I would have wonky beds.
You wouldn't care though.
But I would have 14 beds.
She said you're bored with them tonight. Are you still
tired.
yawning?
I am. I'm just tired.
Well, Zoe only sleeps like 14 hours a day.
I do not. I wish I could. I've been working hard the last few days. I've been putting in a lot of time at the farm.
Pawpaw's Kitchen, the last thing we want is Farmer Rhett to get busy on this stuff. He insists on helping. You just have to restrict what he's helping with. But yes, Sarah, with him supervising, you'll get it done.
Yeah, because you'll want him to quit being boss.
Yeah. But he insists on helping. They don't help. But you just have to let him hand you the screws or something to that nature. Keep him occupied.
Yeah, he wants to hold everything.
Carolyn says it's hard to keep me in line.
It is.
Thankfully, I still work 10 hours at a regular job a day, so she don't have to deal with me for very long. Well, and then I go to the farm, and we were on opposite ends of the farm today.
We were.
And we stayed there till dark.
And then came home and I cooked dinner and got a shower.
Try to get showers and eat dinner and come sliding into a live on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Y'all, seriously, I plugged up this light, and Zoe's like, there's like 2 minutes.
I was still in there trying to find a hat to put on because I won't lie, my hair's still soaking wet. It's just part of it, though.
We knew we were going to be live, and
that's our life.
We actually double dipped today we didn't get the video done in time to release last night. So I finally finished editing last night because with baseball and everything going on, I was late. So we got the video out this morning, and Zoe's like, well, are we still doing our live? Well, yeah, we're doing our live. So here we are. But it's time to wrap it up now.
It is. Sarah had beef tongue.
Let these folks go to bed. I have heard that it's really good. I just have not tried it.
Never had it.
I've heard it's a taco thing.
Oh,
that they like putting it in tacos, but I've never tried it.
Never had it. We had pork chops.
Uh-oh, Jody's off to work.
Oh, yeah. She's got to go get stuff done.
Do your thing, Zoe.
All right. We'll see you guys on...
Well, we'll have a video on Friday.
Look, you told me to do my thing, and then there you go.
Well, you were fixing to tell them you'll see them Sunday, but we'll have a video on Friday, and then we'll be back live on Sunday.
We'll try to go live Saturday while we're at Pedals.
Oh, yeah. We will try to do that. Y'all be watching for that. We might do that, too.
Yeah. All right. Bye, y'all.